Instead of manually creating an animation blueprint, we can just copy everything from the Manny Anim BP. I will create an animation blueprint for a Mixamo character, but this can work with any other character. In order to find the Manny animation blueprint, you can either create a third-person template or add one to your current project. Begin by adding your character to the game. You can either do this by choosing a character or by using an animation, but if you're going to download using an animation, make sure you have it with skin so that we can create the skeleton. Make sure to drag your character in a folder where there aren't any existing skeletons. If you want, you can match my settings. For the most basic anim blueprint, we need an idle, walk, and run animation. When dragging in animations after you have created a skeleton, make sure to drag it in the same folder so the skeleton gets selected by default. If your game has jumping, then we also need a jump start, falling, and landing animation. Once you have everything, right-click and create a blend space 1D. Make sure to select your character's skeleton. Give it a name and open it. Here we can set our character's animation based on our movement speed. 0 means no movement, so idle. Walking can be set in the middle somewhere, and running at 100, which means maximum speed. Then right-click and create an animation blueprint. Again, use your character's skeleton. Open it up and also open up the Manny animation blueprint. Delete everything in your character's event graph and copy everything from the Manny. Paste in here and promote everything that's gray to a variable. Next, go back to the Manny anim blueprint and go to the anim graph. Copy like me and paste. And we're done. No, I'm just kidding. You can rename things if you want. Go into the locomotion setup and on idle, set it to be your character's idle animation. Make sure to set it to loop. On the walk run, set it to our blend space. Then go into the main states and set your jump animation. If you're using Mixamo and you find a complete jumping animation, you can cut it into sections to get a jump start, falling, and land animation. Set the animations accordingly. On the landing, we can connect it directly to the output. You can duplicate the jumping animation and cut it to only be the last frame and use it to be for falling. And there you go. Now you have an animation blueprint similar to the Manny, but with your character.